looks like the same procedure as every year, as we say in Germany. Welcome back in Rother.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
It looks like King and the Rother Bluestage. It's kind of a can compare it the development of the band. You can see it. You started out in the little club.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And second time, big stage tonight, and it's going to be packed. So
yeah, well, fingers crossed. Yeah, it's been a great progression, especially here. Yeah, I mean, this has been wonderful, like you say, to come from the small club to the big room now, and here again. So you can't really ask for better. We're going to have a great time.
It's I think a good way to establish a band on the road, performing live, and
yes.
Not the big hype or so. And it looks like King did it that way, or does
yeah,
it?
Yeah. I mean, I think especially what we've kind of noticed with Germany, especially, is that we kind of have to do it. It's like the old-fashioned way of doing it. You get in the van and you travel around and you do the work, you do the hard work. You play all the clubs and you build your audience like we used to do in the olden days. You know, everyone nowadays gets on Facebook and tells the world that they're amazing, and then you get young kids who do their first gig to 500 people. they don't do the old hard work bit, you know, anymore.
Just one more day, make my troubles seem far away. There's a light in my life.
And when you first came here, you were your own roadie. Now you have at least one with you.
Yeah, that shows a little bit of progression, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just getting a bit older. No, we because we started travelling far and wide, of course. So it got a little bit difficult for myself. I was doing all the driving and like you say, doing all the loading and unloading and then doing the show as well. So it kind of got a little bit difficult for me over the last year or so. I was very, very tired, very tired indeed. So we decided to get our old friend in, and he's done some driving for us before in the past. And he's a seasoned truck driver, so we trust him with our van. We trust him to get us there in one piece.
You're still touring with Reaching for the Light, third album of the band, which in a way more went into the direction of the blues rock of the late 60s, early 70s in the UK, like bands like Free Faces or Bad Company.
Yeah. I mean, I think the more, I think just the natural progression of the band and how I, especially as me as a writer as well, I think the more relaxed I get about songwriting, the more that my early influences start to bubble to the surface, and all those bands like Free and Bad Company and Thin Lizzy and early Whitesnake and Thunder and all those kind of bands, that's all starting to come to the front now in terms of how my songwriting's coming together. And the band we're taking that kind of direction. Naturally, it's not been a conscious thing, it's happened the way it was supposed to, I think.
You mentioned Thunder. You just did a arena tour in the UK with Thunder. How was it going?
That was fantastic. I mean, first of all, to get to go on tour with one of my favourite bands was good enough, but to get to play in places like Wembley Arena it's like a dream come true for a kid. You know, it's like I felt like a schoolboy, you know, at Christmas.
Don't let the fools begin to steal you with their lies. You know I ain't got no regrets, and I ain't got time to cry. I was losing time by searching for a reason.
Bob is playing keyboards, and I guess he must have listened a lot to Stevie Wonder, must be a fan of him, because some of the sounds on the new album remind me of Stevie Wonder.
Oh yes. I mean, I think we're all influenced by the same music. We all love the same music, so I think that's one of the reasons why it works as a band, as a unit for us guys. We all have the same interests in music, the same loves. Bob's a Stevie Wonder fan, very, very heavily influenced by Janis Joplin and bands like Aerosmith and things like that. So I think all those ingredients come together really well for a great band mix.
You started out with your brother Stevie as the Nimmo brothers, and then started kinking. In a way, it looks like Stevie just released a solo album.
Yeah.
So you're going separate ways for a certain time?
For a little while, yes, because of the way things started sort of going very well for kinking as well, and we got rather busy, and Stevie was releasing his new album too. He was getting that project off the ground really. So he needs to put a lot of work into that in the early stages, as we all did. To gather the right amount of momentum for what he's doing. So we talked about it together, and we decided that we would just sort of put the Nimmo brothers to one side just for a little while, just to let the two bands breathe a little bit easier and go where they need to go. But as far as Nimmo brothers is concerned, we're not splitting up. We're not going anywhere. We're just having a breather, and we'll be back again. Not to worry about that. We'll be back again sometime soon.
Now it's the focus is on kinking.
Yes.
Already any thoughts about the next album? Or?
Yes. We're writing and rehearsing at the moment for the new album. So that's actually coming together very nicely. Actually, some of the new songs that we're rehearsing at the moment sound really promising and really cool. It's it's so busy. We're on the road so much, and we're about to record a live album and DVD, so we've been practicing getting everything ready for that as well, and we're trying to fit in touring schedules and time for rehearsals, time for demos, sorting out times for when we can book the studio for tracking things. There's just not enough hours in the day anymore, but that's not a complaint, we love it.
Okay, Al, thank you very much.
You're welcome, thank you.
From the moment that I wake up to the very last blink of my eye, feels like rush hour. Thank you so much, everybody.